Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a get ready with me where I'm going to be doing my makeup and I'm going to be talking about the current fashion topics and what I use to start off my makeup. So the base that I use for my makeup is the e.l.f. Power Grip primer, and it has 4% niacinamide. This primer is really good. It really does help to support your foundation when you're putting it on. And the foundation that I used in this video is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation in the color 9N, and this foundation is a neutral undertone, which I feel like it works well with like my overall skin. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get straight into it. So it's a Louis Vuitton Murakami collaboration, and they're re-releasing like a re-edition of their collection. If you don't know, they did a collaboration of this sort of like collection in 2003 for the spring summer collection, and of course that was really popular at the time. Like you saw so many, of course during that time I saw there was like pictures of like celebrities sort of wearing the bag around, of course, which is the white canvas and black canvas with the colorful monogram print. So it's coming out the 1st of January 2025, which is a nice way to start the year. Of course beforehand I was a fan of like the vintage vibe that they had, because of course I'll be like on Pinterest looking at like different types of like clothing, stuff like that, or sometimes I'll be on Instagram and I'm looking at like what like people are wearing currently and all of these things, and also with the people that I follow as well. I like the people, what they wear, or like it's quite fashionable in my opinion. So I remember just seeing loads of people sort of like wearing like the vintage bags, the scarves, the shoes, of course, and I feel like at times it's quite hard to actually like get your hands on these like vintage items, especially if it's in a decent quality as well. But I was always like a fan of that like collaboration, and I always thought that it was so like fun, playful, and it was just like so youthful to wear. And I don't know, it just provides that a bit more like character, it provides a bit more character to an outfit as well. The reason why I do even like it so much as well, because especially like on Pinterest and stuff like that, there was these, I saw like these sandals as well, which I really did like. And at the time I didn't know that sometimes brands do things in seasons. So if they release it within that season, you have to, if you see something that you like, you have to get it within that season, because then after that's done and they've moved on to the next thing, it's kind of harder to sort of get your hands on it, which I didn't understand that at the time. There are some like very trustworthy reputable sites where of course they do resell like pre-loved or secondhand luxury goods, but I couldn't really find like any which were like of good quality or of decent quality as well, because I have a thing with like secondhand items as well, or like pre-owned items or whatever people call them. I really do have like a thing about it, because it's just like the idea of like somebody has already used these and now I'm using it. I need to get it brand new basically, instead of like getting it used. But I'm not totally against pre-owned items or secondhand items at all. Yeah, so it's going to be the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the color Too Faced, in the color Butterscotch. I really do like this. To be honest, when it comes to my makeup, if I find something that works, I'll literally just stick to it, because I'm not really like a makeup fanatic like that. As long as it works and I look nice, that's all that matters, to be honest. Yeah, so back to that collaboration that I was talking about. I think that, so yeah, I'll put it in the corners. I think it's again really fun that they're re-releasing this. I did hear, like, of course, when I was looking about and reading all of these different profiles and stuff like that, as I was like looking around and what people were expressing their thoughts like on social media, especially like on TikTok and stuff. Some people didn't actually agree with this sort of this re-edition of this collection. I'm not really surprised by this re-edition and re-releasing this collection again, because 2-3 years, maybe like around like 2-3 years, I noticed that a lot of people were really into the vintage collaboration which came out in like 2003, and I saw a lot of popular people wearing like the vintage pieces, whether it came to the bags, the scarves, the accessories. You did see like a lot of people sort of wearing those like vintage pieces again, and of course a lot of people were sort of like seeking out these items as well. So I think they were probably paying attention to that, and they probably thought it was a good idea to re-release that collection again, which again, that does make a lot of sense. Now that they're doing it and they're re-releasing it now, it's just like, oh my god, I can actually at least get something, like at least something. Literally, it could be literally like the tiniest thing, but it's just like, I always thought that like collection was just so cool to me, and I just thought it was just like so sick. I really was a fan of the Nano Speedy that they have coming out. And also, again, like I mentioned before, even like the silk scarves and stuff, like I'm a fan of the one with the white canvas and like the rainbow monogram print. That's what I'm gearing towards. I really like that. So this is the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Foundation Powder. I really do like this powder because it helps to sort of like smoothen things out. Not necessarily give it like a blur effect, but just to make everything a bit more, to make everything appear a little bit more smoother. Usually I use a brush. I'm going to use a powder sometimes because I feel like I can actually pick up a lot more of the product. So I'm just using a little like beauty blender, and I'm just literally going to just tap it in under my eyes. I know it says it's like a smooth foundation sort of finish. Yeah, so it's like a smooth finish foundation powder, but it's makeup. You can mix it up and use things differently. Yeah, so I'm just adding this stuff under my eye. I'm not sure if you can see a difference already, probably not. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is the Skims and Dolce & Gabbana collaboration. I really do think that this was a very nice collaboration in my opinion. I felt like before people were not really taking Skims as serious. I felt like people were not seeing Skims as like a luxury brand per se, if you know what I mean. But I think probably this collaboration that they did with Dolce & Gabbana is actually really good on their part as well, because maybe people will start to take Skims as a brand a bit more seriously. But I feel like, in my opinion, that was a really good collaboration, and it made sense as well, because Skims is also doing another collaboration with North Face. I'm not really too sure about that collaboration in my opinion, because I think probably with Skims it's been very much focused on like loungewear, nightwear, or some like sort of like things that you can wear during the day, especially with that Dolce & Gabbana collab as well. So them sort of like going into this like sort of like outerwear clothing with like the puffer jackets and stuff, I'm not too sure about that. But right now I'm going to be strictly talking about the Dolce & Gabbana and Skims collaboration. And they went with this leopard print. They went with this sort of leopard print, cheetah print sort of pattern. I don't know if it's cheetah. Is it leopard print, cheetah print? Yeah, with that sort of pattern with them. And again, I felt like that was again quite current with what was going on during, especially this year, because I feel like a lot of people have been wearing a lot of leopard print, cheetah print, especially if you're going in like clothing stores and stuff like that. You are seeing quite a bit of like leopard print and cheetah print. Within that collection, they did vary between like loungewear, sort of nightwear clothing, like undergarment clothing as well, and also there were some clothes that you could wear out as well, especially with like the dresses and silk dresses. There was this one dress, I think it was sort of like a leopard print, but it was a bit more of like a corset as well. So I've just finished putting on the Laura Mercier, the Smooth Finish Foundation Powder. I really am a fan of this. I use it quite a lot. And I'm now going to put on a bit of like bronzer, a bit of like contour to just warm up my face after putting on the concealer and that smooth finish powder, just to warm up my face a little bit more. But yeah, even down to the like the material composition of that collaboration as well, there was a lot of like cotton, like elastane, of course, silk as well. So that was like very prominent like throughout the collection. There was a lot of like good materials within it, which is really good as well, because of course these days there's just a lot of like polyester and very much these materials which don't really last anymore. But yeah, especially with that collaboration, it was really, I don't know, I just found it very like fun, and I felt like it was very current to what was going on with like fashion trends as well. But yeah, there were some pieces that I did see which I did like I did like the silk dress, and also with like some of the dresses I really did like as well on top of that. But I'm speaking about this collaboration from like I don't know how to describe it, because I'll be honest, like I wasn't really like tempted to really like buy anything, but I was sort of interested in it as like from a sense of like the collaboration itself, and like sort of like these brands coming together to produce this sort of like collection. I'm just speaking from that standpoint, and I felt like they did a very good job of like training everything, even when they were announcing to release it, sort of that like run and everything. I thought that was really nice. But again, there was a little bit of discourse online about it, especially like on TikTok as well, that they were saying that they saw people wearing some of these things from the collection like outside, and some of these things are meant to be loungewear. Like, why are you wearing it outside if it's meant to be loungewear and stuff like that? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really blame people for saying that. If it's meant to be loungewear and it's meant to be worn at home, then wear it at home. And then again, it's like some of these outfits that these girlies were putting together, it looked nice in my opinion. It looked actually quite nice. And if you pointed out like, okay, this was meant to be for like loungewear, this is meant to worn at home, like I wouldn't really notice that unless you pointed that out to me. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna lie, it's not like they look like pajamas or anything, but these brands sort of came together to produce this sort of collection. I feel like that I was very intrigued with all of that itself. Yes, they did have some like nice pieces like throughout the collection, but I wasn't really too inclined to actually go and like purchase something for myself, if that makes sense. Because I feel like, again, especially when it comes to Skims, it's still quite early within their stage. I feel like they haven't really matured yet as a brand, so I'm very surprised that they collaborated with Dolce & Gabbana, in my opinion. But again, it's Kim Kardashian though. But I think especially with them doing that, I think they're going to be taken a little bit more seriously now, collaborating with brands like that. And especially with this collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana, I think they did a very good job. I feel like it was well executed. On like my eyes, I'm going to just put a bit of powder on my eyes, and I'm just going to put a little bit more powder with the brush here, because I just feel like I put it way too high up in my face, and especially around here. That was kind of like my thoughts on the Dolce & Gabbana collaboration. They did, I feel like it was well executed, and I think it sort of like did well in my eyes, because I did see, again, amongst of course other people's opinions stuff, I feel like it did pretty well, to be honest. I kind of wanted to just do something a little bit more different with this. So this is it's rubbed off at the top, so you can't even see like where the Charlotte Tilbury thing is. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Memorize. It's from like that Pillow Talk collection I got like for Christmas, and tried to put this on like my eyes just to give it a little bit more of like sparkle. Sometimes you're meant to use a brush, but I think sometimes these glittery things tend to work better if you put it on your finger and then put it on your eye. Oh my god. To be honest, it's quite subtle. Like, it's not like in your face like, yeah, I just did this. It's actually alright. I'm not used to having stuff on my eyelid like that. Yeah, so I'm not gonna show it because it's a bit, but I've used the Max Factor X Masterpiece Max High Volume Definition Mascara in black. And then I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Paris 3-second setting mist. And I've recently started using this and I actually really do like it. Yeah, so I'm gonna just read the back of it, and it does say there's it's waterproof, sweat-proof, no transfer on fabric, and it's apparently our first setting spray that dries instantly, helping makeup boost for up to 36 hours, and it locks in and it extends makeup wear up to 36 hours. To be honest, this doesn't really smell that nice like that, but it works. So I'm just gonna like spray it on right now, and I use the NK makeup lip gel with vitamin E, and it's like a clear sort of it's basically like a clear lip gel, that's what it is. And I really do like this one because I think it lasts a long time and I'm not really having to like reapply loads of times as well, because even if it like a little bit comes off, you can still like feel the consistency on your lips. So it is a little bit it's quite thick, to be honest, but it does the trick. I really do like the Louis Vuitton and Murakami collaboration, and them re-releasing this collection in the 1st of January 2025. I really do think it's a fun and playful collection, but yeah, I just think it's so fun, so cute, so playful. And also when it comes to the Skims and Dolce & Gabbana collection, I kind of really liked that collaboration from like sort of like a brand standpoint. But yeah guys, this is like the end of me chatting and doing my makeup with you guys. So thank you guys for watching, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't give my shit away. I'm just trying to get my